Hello again, my name is Rodney Reynolds and welcome to another video review. Today I'm looking at the Vantec Easy Swap 2 serial ATA and IDE hard drive racks. Included with each of these is a bag of screws, 2 keys, a user's manual, and the hard drive rack. On the left is the serial ATA hard drive rack, and on the right is the regular IDE hard drive rack. Each of these have plastic at the front and at the back, but everything else is aluminum. That will help keep the hard drive temperature down. Now let's have a closer look here at the serial ATA hard drive rack. This is a full kit, which means it comes with the inside part. This is where the hard drive gets installed, and the outside part. This gets installed in your computer's 5 1/4 inch drive bay. This is also the full kit for the IDE hard drive rack. Again, you've got the inside part for the hard drive and the outside part which gets installed in your computer's 5 1/4 inch drive bay. At the front of the serial ATA hard drive rack there are a number of ventilation holes. You have a handle here which you pull this way to release this part, which is where the hard drive is installed. Now to slip it back, you can just slip it right. When trying to get this back in, I cracked off one of the starts on this flip up. The flip up here on the other one, you can see how it should work. But carefully trying to get it back in, very easily snapped it off. I would recommend to Vantec a complete redesign on this, or simply make it all metal. Let's continue. At the right is a key lock power switch, a green power LED, and a red hard drive activity LED. At the back is a small fan. This is where the power cable gets connected, a serial ATA hard drive cable, and the hard drive access lead. The IDE hard drive rack has an internal part, like the other one. Gets removed the same way. Pull upon a handle and slip it out. This one, though, has a fan at the front. At the front right, there's a key lock power switch, a green power LED, and a red hard drive activity LED. At the back, there's a power connection, the ribbon cable connection, and a fan. When installing a serial ATA hard drive in the serial ATA hard drive rack, first you'll need to remove 2 screws here at the back, one on this side and one on the other. Then slip the top part off and carefully place the hard drive in. And you'll need to do this so all the connections are in this area. Then mount the hard drive into place with 3 screws on each side. Then put the cover back on. You'll next need to install this in your computer's 5 1/4 inch drive bay. Once you've done that, you can slip this part right in and lock it into place. Installing an IDE hard drive in the IDE hard drive rack is a similar procedure. First, take off the top part by removing 2 screws, one on each side. On the inside, there are 2 connections to be made, the power and the IDE connection to the hard drive. Next, mount the hard drive into place. Put the cover back on, and finally install the external part in a 5 1/4 inch drive bay. Then slip it right in and lock it into place. Both of these racks are pretty plain. There's nothing fancy on them like an LED like some other racks, but they do what they're intended to do, and that's house a 3 1/2 inch hard drive in a 5 1/4 inch drive bay. Now racks number 1 should be very rugged. This is rugged except for that silly pop-up gate at the front. That needs to be completely redesigned, or it needs to be all metal. So it can take some abuse, because remember, this is a rack, it's for backup, it's to be used and it needs to be rugged. Overall, these products have good value. Again, my name is Rodney Reynolds. This has been another video review. Be sure to check back very soon. I will have a brand new one for you then. Also pop into my website at www.3dgameman.com. And while you're there, you can go into the forums and register. And remember, registration is completely free. Also keep in mind, you can find out a lot more on these products in the forum. And as a final note, if you love watching my video reviews, please help support 3dgameman.com. Until next time, take care.